And welcome back, everyone. We're back to the Zanpakuto series. This month will be Zanpakuto's. Next month we'll go back to Resurrection. But from Daniel F., we have the question of what is the Zanpakuto of number 86 from the Kids Next Door? She's very tomboyish, very aggressive and angry. Tries to negate everything girly. But she's also just a kid too. So what could I really use as a Zanpakuto for someone like this? And how would I even differentiate for someone like, say, number 4, who's also pretty hot-headed, can have bad attitude, and is mostly a melee fighter? Well, let's talk about it. Right out the gate, as I said, she's a melee fighter. Her personality is complete melee. In fact, she reminds me a lot of Hiyori from the Visors. She's just aggressive, doesn't, basically overcompensating is what she's doing. So, melee makes the most sense. The standard katana would be the sealed form. Its release would be Never Fall, Kaminari Saturaiki, or Thunder Striker. Its Bankai is Raijin Sutumuzu no Saraki, or Thunder God striking Storm Strike, or something Storm Striker, or something along those lines. Its spirit would be probably just that, a large woman, but with like ornate armor, maybe reminiscing of a Thoris character, who is carrying a large hammer. Now, it's Shikai, shocker, is a hammer. And it'd be a relatively large hammer, not like a sledgehammer or like just a ball piece or something like that. No, it'd be like a war hammer. But it wouldn't be a hammer that's exceptionally ornate or anything like that. I mean, there's probably some markings on it. There's probably at least a little bit of design work. Size-wise, probably about half her size. But the hammer part of it, the smasher, the banger part of it, is much larger than the actual handle itself. So it's got weight and heft to it. And when it strikes, it adds an extra bit of a whack. It doesn't actually, it's kind of like Nozarashi a little bit. It doesn't, Nozarashi is probably the best comparison. Or Mauriccio's Gigetsuburi, which at least is the ability of a flail put into it. But it's, a mace into it, because at least on the chain it has some versatility even for a melee weapon. But this one just really smacks hard. But like I said, there's an extra bit of a clap when you smack with it. So there's a little extra oomph there. But its Bankai grows the hammer into a much larger hammer, first and foremost. About the size of Nozarashi. This is not even a third the size in Shikai. But more than the point, it's split down the middle. Why is it split down the middle? Well, at any point in time, the user can just open up these the two sides of the hammer, these slit parts of the hammer, and clap it, kind of like those clappers, to create basically like a thunder clap, a shock effect that can literally just blow people away, or if they're close enough, literally blow them apart from the sheer force of the shock. It can still be used as a general hammer as well, or even catch people in the middle of the hammer and just, clap them squish them into nothing. If you get close enough range and basically clap on just like, say, someone's arm, not only would you probably blow the arm off completely, you'd also just smack them. You'd probably do a lot of significant damage to the user's body as well. Now, with all that being said, this is still predominantly a melee weapon, which in Bankai has at least a mild range ability, like a mid-range ability at best. But like any shockwave, it dissipates the farther away you get. So it's kind of mid-range, but very low mid-range. Weaknesses obviously right out the gate are range. You also have to legitimately hit someone with a Shikai to get any sort of even mild effect off with it. Its Bankai would be, it's still capable, but it's going to be a bit cumbersome. We've seen that most Shinigami with even larger Bankais are not immune to the awkward weight of it. But like Yoruichi, not Yoruichi, Soy Phone, for example, is a perfect example of that. So yeah, this is a good sword, I think, or good Zanpakuto for her, but not inherently a very overly powerful Zanpakuto in the long scheme of things. Until then, though, that's my thoughts. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy, and I'll see you next time.